Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're making black-eyed peas. It's a Southern tradition, and it is said if you eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, you will be blessed with health and prosperity. Okay, let's make black-eyed peas. So here are the things that you're going to need for it. Okay, let's start with a pound of black-eyed peas. I'm using the quick cook ones. You're going to need 2 tablespoons vegetable oil, 6 ounces of pork shoulder cut up. I'm using roast pork that I have left over. It's got a lot of flavor in that, so I'm excited about using that. You need 4 or 6 slices of bacon. I'm using pork jowl bacon. That's going to be good. You're going to need a medium onion, diced, 4 garlic cloves, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. Say that 3 times fast. Teaspoon of garlic powder, 4 cups of chicken stock, 2 cups of water, 3 bay leaves, and a partridge and a pear tree. Just kidding. All right, so that's what you're gonna need. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the onions and the garlic and the bacon, cut those up, and see you back soon. Okay, we want to cut these into about 1-inch size pieces. So I'll start at the thinner end and then cut these lengthwise and get my size pieces. Let's get that cut in half there. There you go. Cut these up. And we'll move on to the onions. All right, as you see, got my bacon pieces cut. Now let's move on to the onions. Okay, so now we're going to dice up our onions. Quick little tip with the onions that I learned from one of the chefs that I love to watch is Chef Jean-Pierre. And if you look, onions already have strips like that. So if you cut along the lines of the onion, like so, it makes it a lot easier to dice. You see that? So you see a lot of people that do that, chopping into it, cut into it. I don't think you need to. I mean, with this method right here, you get what you need. All you have to do, like I said, is cut in those lines. And the lines are there. Let me just try to show you here. You see? The lines are there. You just got to cut lengthwise. Don't go all the way to the end. Leave room so that it stays intact. Hold it nicely. And then just dice it up. All right, so I'm gonna finish these onions and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so there you go. Got my onion cut up. And as you can see, nicely diced. I mean, great. I mean, that really works. It really works. Doing it that method, I can't tell you enough how glad I am to have learned that method. So you try it. All right, next up, I'm gonna cut up the garlic. All right, so I got all my garlic out of the cloves. I guess that's what you say, right? I don't know. We're gonna slice these up. Just like so. Nice and thin little slices. All right, so let's get these sliced up. All right, so we got our garlic cloves sliced up. I use 6, 4 to 6. Slice them up well. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut up that roast pork that I have left over. Get that nicely chopped up. Like so. And then we're almost ready to cook. Okay, now that I've got my mise en place set up, I'm ready to start cooking. Come around, let me show you what that is. So mise en place is a French term meaning everything in its place. Or, anything that needs to be sliced, diced, chopped, go ahead and get that done. Set up in order of how you're going to cook. It's just going to allow you to be way more productive and organized. So it's another great term that I learned from the great chef Jean-Pierre. I'm giving him a lot of love today, but he's a great chef. I've learned so much watching him. So now that I've got that set up, I'm going to start cooking. First things first, I'm going to get my oil and drop it in the pan. Get that oil heated up. Then I'm gonna drop the other ingredients. All right, now that we got the oil heated up, we're gonna go ahead, first ingredient, I should say, your pork. Remember, I'm using leftover roast pork. You can use a pork shoulder if you want to cook that, but if you got anything left over pork-wise, that's the way to go. So I'm gonna render this down, get a nice sear on it, about 5 minutes, and then we'll add the other ingredient. All right, so there you go. We got our pork cooked well. Look at there. You see some of the crispy bits. That's what you want. Also, I'm using about, I don't know, about 8 ounces, half a pound of pork here. I want it meaty with the beans. I'm going to make a meal out of it, so I want it meaty. So now we'll add in our bacon and get that rendered down. All right, so I let the bacon cook just for a minute or two. And now I'm going to add my onions and my garlic. The pork was cooking for about 8 minutes. So now let's add our onion. Oh yeah, smells great already. And our garlic. All right, so we're gonna cook that down till the onions are nice, translucent. Your garlic is nicely well cooked and fragrant. And then on to the next step. All right, so it's been about 8 minutes. Look at that. Got the onions right where I want them, and the garlic. Oh my God, I wish you could smell that. I wish Elon Musk would invent some smell-o-vision, because this smells fantastic. I could eat it just like this, but I'm not. I'm gonna put the beans in it. Black eyed peas, I should say. All right, so now we're gonna add salt, our garlic powder, get in there, and our pepper. Get that stirred up. You wanna get it all nicely and coated, and then we'll put in our stock and water. Okay, so it's been about just 2 minutes. Just you wanna get it all nice and coated. And now we're gonna add our chicken stock and our water. Also, I've been cooking this on medium-high heat. That's what I've been cooking it on. So now let's get our stock in there. I think that's all I forgot to mention to you. Oh yeah, that's good. Get that stirred in there. Next up, our water. I'll give you this angle, I guess. And then your bay leaves. I'm using about 4 bay leaves. Try to get them whole. That way it's easier to fish out later. If you get them in pieces, kind of tends to be hard, and you definitely don't want to eat a bay leaf. All right, so now that we have our chicken stock and our water in there and our bay leaves, we're gonna increase our temperature so we can bring it up to a boil. Once it's boiling, cover it, reduce the temperature, and you want to simmer it for 30 minutes or so, and then we'll add the black eyed peas. All right, so there you go. Now that it's boiling, let's cover that up. Reduce our heat to simmer, and see you in 30 minutes. All right, everybody, put your hands together for the black eyed peas. That's right, the black eyed peas. All right, let's get this into the pot. These are like I said, these are the quick ones, so probably gonna take an hour and a half to get them nice and soft where we need them to be. There you go, get that into the pot. Give it a good stir. All right, and we're gonna let that cook, like I said, for about an hour and a half. See you later. All right, so it's been about an hour and 20 minutes. Go ahead and check on the beans and see how tender they are. Black eyed peas. I keep saying beans. Black eyed peas. You want to zoom in here on the bean. There's the bean. Ah, look at that.
Smells good.
There you go. Just that's what you want. That's what you want right there. Let me get a little taste to make sure that the consistency. Okay. Whew. All right. Let me get that plated up and let's have a real taste. All right, let's get these black-eyed peas into a bowl. Oh my God, these look so good. Get that juice. I want that juice. All right, there you have it. Look at that. Let's get a taste. Get it cooled down here. Oh man, I am so excited about this. It smells so good. That that roast pork that I have left over, so good, so good. Oh, that's so good. Ha. That, oh my gosh, that is so good. I could just drink that broth. That is phenomenal. Gotta make this for New Year's so you can have health and prosperity. I get it now. I totally understand why my wife cannot leave me. Because of stuff like this. Because I make stuff like this. That's so good. All right. As you see here, I'm getting ready to make collard greens as well. The first time making collard greens. So I'm excited and nervous about that. So that video will be coming up soon too. Check this out. Try it. Let me know what you think. Thank you again for watching. And as always, eat well, my friends. Eat well. So good.